Hello guys, you're welcome to this channel. This is Bora of Bora Closet. Today we're going to be looking at how to take body measurements, whether you want to sew for yourself or you want to sew for a client. And if this is what you're interested in knowing, please keep on watching. Thank you. To take the body measurement, you have to put some things into consideration. As you see this woman queen now, which I'm going to be using to show you how to take the body measurement, the breasts are standing. You have to ensure that your customer is putting on a brassiere. Either you're your customer. Do not measure anybody without that, because you're not going to get accurate measurement. You're not going to be able to get from here to here because the breast is going to go down a bit. Even if the person's breast is still standing, this is still what you have to ensure that is put in place before you start measuring. You will have yourself to blame if you don't do that. It's very important, but because this one has been made to look as if it's wearing a bra, you are going to be fine with measuring without wearing the brassiere for it. And another thing is, I'm measuring this mannequin naked, but your customer is also not going to be naked when you are measuring them. So you have to also put that into consideration. So I'm going right into the tutorial now. And for the measurement, we have the vertical measurement, the horizontal measurement, and the circumference. That is the measurement that go round. I'm going to be starting with the vertical measurement by placing the tape rule on the highest part of the shoulder, and then I'm going to be taking it down and down. If I want to know the neck depth, maybe there's a particular neck depth I want it to go down, you have to start from there. If I want the neck to reach in between the cleavage, I have to measure it, and this is giving me 6. But normally for the front neck depth, we use 3, in between 3 and 5 inches, depending on how bossy the person is, and also the kind of neck you want. Because if you're sewing a shirt, you won't be taking it as low as this, depending on the kind of neck you want. Now, after taking my neck depth, I will want to go ahead to measure the shoulder to nipple, and that is what you call the bust point. That is where your bust is going to stand. Then I go ahead the under bust length. From there I measure my half length, which is my waistline. The waistline is where the navel is, but you might want it to stop above the navel so that your waistline does not go down like that. It's going to have more fitting if it's above the navel and not on the navel. For this one, I'm going to be using 17 inches or 16 inches. From there I take it down to know my knee length. And your knee length is not on your knee, especially if you are sewing 6 pieces or A shape or long skirts, long gowns. So you have to make it come above your knee, because that is going to give you the freedom to walk. But if you put it on the knee, you're going to be having difficulty in walking. After that, if I want to sew a mini gown, then I know that it's going to be here, wherever I want it to be. So it's not going to reach the knee part. After that, I want to know, okay, what my short gown length is. For this mannequin, it's going to be 43. And then right there, you have to ensure that it's standing here whenever you're taking such measurement. Down, this mannequin is wearing high heels. You may want to use like 63 for it so that the gown will flow. It will not jump up when you wear your high heel like that. And if you are measuring skirt, you put it where you want to put your skirt. If it is a high waist skirt or trouser, you put it up. If it is a normal skirt or trouser, put it here, and then you measure where you want the skirt to reach or the trouser, like that. Those are the vertical measurements. Another vertical measurement is the crotch length for your trouser. That is going to come from your waistline to under this place, this your pubic area. This is 11 for this mannequin here. Those are the vertical measurements. From here, you take it right down to get whatever kind of measurements you want, whether knee length, skirt length, and all that. And for the vertical measurements, we have just 2. This is from the nipple to the nipple. This is 7 inches. This is what you call it the gap between your bust. This is the space between your bust. Nipple to nipple, that is 7 inches. But then you have the back. So the back right here, 12 inches, sorry, 13 inches. That's for the back. And also for the vertical measurement, the other time you can measure your back. The vertical, you can measure from your shoulder to your hip line at the back. For the back, it is 22 for the hip line, from your shoulder to your hip line. But for the front, it is 24. You see, there is a difference of 2 inches between your back and your front length. That is that about that. You can measure virtually anything you want to measure on the body. You can measure whatever you want to measure. I'm going to go ahead to the round measurement, the circumference, where you have the tape rule going round the body. And here you have the bust measurement, which is like this. But I'm going to be putting one finger inside that, so that when I'm done sewing, it's not going to press down my bust. So I'm going to be making sure that my one finger can go through what I am doing. and that is going to give me accurate measurement, and this is 33.5. Then under bust rand, and this is giving me, you move it up to the under bust, right under the bust, so this is giving me 26.5. And then the waist measurement on the waistline is giving me 25 inches. It's not like you now put it down, no, and now hold it down to it like this. No, you are going to be using your hand to hold it, like this. 20 25 24.5 rather, so it's 24.5. You can see that my finger is still inside it, so that is going to not make it too tight when I'm done sewing. And then you go down to the hip measurement. So you have the hip measurement, and when you are measuring, the taper has to go up and down. If it was a human, I would ask this thing to put this hand aside. This up getting my waist, I'm putting it backwards so that I'll be able to do what I want to do. This is my hip measurement. This is the hip measurement of the mannequin, and I'm making it go down and come up. So when I'm done with that, I'll check what it gives me, and that is 39.5 also. Then you can measure the thigh also for your trouser. You have the upper thigh right here to 24. You have the mid thigh, which is 20.5. Then you have the knee round. You make it loose a bit, 14 inches. Then you have the ankle round also. You want to sew cap, you measure your head round to know what the round of your head is. And we are also going to be measuring the arm. So from the shoulder where you have your joint here, you take it down. A short sleeve 8. If you are sewing a long sleeve, you have to measure this upper arm, you have to measure the mid arm, and then you have to measure the wrist. And when you are measuring, ensure that your client is like this, your client's hand is like this. You measure like this to the elbow, then from the elbow right to the wrist, and that is going to ensure that when the person folds their hand, is comfortable, and then it doesn't jump up. Because if you measure it like that, if you measure it like this, you may get, let me be like 21. Now if I measure it like this, I may get like 23 or 22. So there's a difference between it. When you try it out, you see what I'm saying. And the round also, the round arm round, I'm measuring this space, 10 inches, 9 inches for the mid arm. Then the wrist, I'm measuring 8 or 8.5. Why am I doing that? You can't do it like this unless the fabric you want to use is stretching. If it doesn't stretch and you put it so tight, how is it going to come out like this? Tell me. Just how. There's no how you're going to do it that way. The best thing to do is to make it loose so that it is able to come out of this fist. You are going to do your fist, and then make sure that the measurement you are using for your wrist can go over your fist like this, and that is giving me 8.5. That's going to be fine and perfect. Whatever thing it is that you want to measure on the body, please go ahead and measure it. There is no harm in measuring any part of the body. It's just going to make sure that you have accurate measurement. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and share, and also turn on the notification bell. That's if you have subscribed. If you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe so that you will know when I post new videos. Thank you for staying with me, and I'll see you in the next class. Bye.